Welcome to day 14 of our 21-day mindfulness challenge. In our practice today, we're going to focus our intention on using meditation and mindfulness to help us with our fear. It can be helping us to manage fears that we have, helping us work through those fears, and hopefully over time, this practice can help us overcome fears that may be negatively impacting you. Before we begin our practice today, I think it's important to set a little context. When our human body actually goes through psychological or physical stresses, there are in fact physical changes that occur that can negatively impact our body. We go into this fight or flight response mode, and that is our body's instinctive nature for helping ourselves to survive and protect it. But it's when we experience that fight or flight experience on a sustained and continuous basis, and often it's prompted by stress or by panic or by fears, that is when it can negatively impact our quality of life and overall well-being. And it's actually not surprising that there is evidence that stress impacts things such as heart disease, hypertension, and other diseases, which are often increased and exacerbated by continuous levels of stress that exist in our modern world. And what's really interesting is that there is scientific studies that show that meditation has the opposite effect on our fight and flight response. Based on research, there are psychological effects, positive effects to regular meditation practices. Those include it lowers muscle tension, it can decrease blood pressure and decrease heart rates and respiratory rates, as well as lowering our oxygen consumption. And all of these things combined are proven to be very good for our overall well-being and body. So I encourage you as you go through this challenge of 21 days to really be open to the benefits that mindfulness and meditation can bring, because in the long run it has positive impacts on our physical body and reactions and our fight and flight system, as well as on our mental capability and strength and resilience. So let's focus onto our practice today. And we're going to go through a meditation where we'll focus to quieten the mind. As always, find yourself a comfortable position, lying down or seated. And as you start to get comfortable, gently close your eyes and settle into a relaxation. Let's take a deep breath, breathing in through our nose and then out through our mouth. Let's do that once again. Taking a deep breath in and emptying our lungs with a deep breath out. And with these breaths, never trying to rush or force anything or putting strain on your breath and body. And it can be helpful to visualize that as you breathe in, you're breathing in strength. And as you breathe out, you're releasing the tension. Just continue just to follow the breath for a few moments and just allowing the breath to discover its own natural, unhurried pace. And as ideas enter your mind, just allow them to float away without putting any attachment to them. Just accept that thoughts do come in That's natural, but try not to linger with them or get distracted too much. And I'd invite you now to listen to the world that exists inside you. Just listen. Maybe you can hear the clattering of your mind, the constant talking to ourselves. Maybe you can see patterns and habits of the mind, from planning to scheming to calculating, judging, comparing, worrying. There's so much that our mind does and experiences. And it's useful to note that when your thoughts dwell on memories, reliving them over and over, like an addiction almost to thought. And when our thoughts chase after the future, we're attempting to control time by planning and hoping. But for this moment, just let yourself be in the present moment. Let yourself and let all that thinking just go and be present. And if you need to, you can reassure yourself that even if you quit thinking for just a few moments, it'll be okay. You can give yourself permission to love this moment without calculating what you could be doing instead, what you should be doing. Just accept that you are giving yourself this moment to simply be. Remembering and encouraging yourself that you deserve this time out from the hectic life that we all lead, the frantic thinking we're so used to. Remembering it is not selfish to practice a few moments of self-care. Notice now how your breathing is unstrained. Invite you to relax your toes and your feet. Relaxing your ankles and your knees. Relax your leg muscles. Noticing now your breathing is deep and relaxing. Relax your fingers and your hands. Loosen up your wrists and your elbows. Feel them just melting and feeling light. Relax your arms. Your breathing is now slow and peaceful. Feel your feet and your legs get heavy and warm. Feel your hands and arms get heavy and warm. And again, as thoughts come in, which is very natural, simply breathe as your thoughts come and go. That breath being your anchor and your center point. And as you breathe in, remember you're breathing in strength. And as you breathe out, let go of any tension as your body falls into a state of peaceful quiet. Notice if you're clenching your jaw or holding any tension there. Just let that go and be relaxed. Relax your face. Relax your tongue. Notice now how your heartbeat and your breathing are serene and steady. Your breathing is relaxed. Void your mind of all and any thoughts. Notice your abdomen is soft and warm. Your limbs are heavy and warm. And watch your thoughts come and go like almost clouds in the sky. Your hands are warm, your forehead is cool, and your breathing is deep and relaxed. Feel your breath sink lower and lower into your lungs. And as your shoulders drop, feel the breath fill the upper parts of your chest. You are now relaxed. You are now peaceful. Your breathing is relaxed and deep. Warm hands, cool forehead, emptying your lungs completely. Hear the silence grow as your mind hushes. You've now become relaxed, calm, and centered. Your heart rate and breathing are calm and steady. Warm hands, cool forehead. Your breathing is deep and relaxed. Enjoy this moment of quietness. When you feel like it's time to leave this place of quietness, don't rush. Just slowly begin to return to the more conscious place around you. Allow your breath to guide you back. Gently taking some breaths in, pausing for a moment, and then a breath out. Let's do that one more time. Taking a breath in, pausing at the top for a moment, and releasing as we breathe out. Remember that you can return to this place anytime that you wish. It may only be for a moment, but it will remind you of the sense of peace that is all yours and is there within you. Now I invite you to gently open your eyes, bring some awareness back to the place and space around you. And before you rush to do whatever it is you need to do next, just take a second and feel the goodness of the meditation for a few moments. Thank you for sharing this practice with me. Namaste.